back to Kababayan Today. Kausap pa rin natin si Cherie Gil. Now let's talk to her about her role as a woman. All right, Cherie, starting off, we know that you're a mother of 3. Talk to us about becoming a mother.
That's, I think, the best thing I've ever done in my life that made a lot of sense. That was real. I'm not with them now. I mean, the kids are based in New York, so I just go 3, 4 times a year and spend as much time as I can in between work. I've been doing that the past 7 years. I think it's arrived to a place where it's taken its toll. And having said that, I've done enough work, I think, at this point and paid my dues diligently. And I'm running out of materials to want to even be driven by. So I think I'd like to take a break and be with them more now. And I always believe that no matter how old the children get, they will always need the parents and their support and their strength, and they pretend that they don't, but at least they know you're there, you know. So yeah, I wanna see them grow even more and walk the journey with them, especially now that they're teens and Bianca now is in college, and my eldest son is a working boy man actually, who travels now a lot, and he's always on tour. But hey, if I'm nearby, he'll know I'm there, so maybe he'll feel pressured to visit me more. My turn.
Are you defined by your children?
No, I'm not. It's just a choice now that I want to do that. And thank God my children are open-minded enough and been exposed to enough of the world. And I think having come from also artistic parents like Ronnie, who's a violinist and who has also been a man of the world, we've been able to give them only the best of what we can, of who we are, in the most honest possible way. So I'm just lucky that my kids are mature enough to understand that we all have our own need to express ourselves creatively and follow our calling. But yeah, they've allowed me the space to go back to an identity which I lost for a while. And now I think it's time at this point of my life, without pressure on their part, to be with them. Because it's never ending, you know, no matter how far you are from them or how near, you'll always be a mother no matter what. Thank goodness for all the technology that already exists now. It makes it a lot easier, like Skype and emails and text and Viber. I mean, what have you. There's no reason not to be in touch every day at least, if not every day.
Let's talk about definitions. I know it's hard to define one thing, but what defines you as a woman? Women have so many roles in their lives. How do you juggle all of those hats?
Wow. I would not have thrived without having all those parts of me that exists. It's not a juggle. I invite it in. I will find time. And what I'd like to give more time right now is more on my personal journey with people I love the most and spend more time with them. Yes, work has taken a lot of my time only because it's work. But in between that, I'm not a 9 to 5 it's not a 9 to 5 profession, which in a way is also a good thing, because then you have other days free and you can go and travel and be with friends and family and spend more time with them. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing that I'm able to balance the scales. I just wish my kids were closer and not many hours away, but even that I've managed to find ways and means to get off work and be with them even for 2 weeks at a time.
Okay, tatanungin naman kita tungkol sa iyong career. As an actress, how do you feel about being stereotyped as an antagonist? But when you say kontrabida, your name is attached to that. I mean, it's synonymous in Philippine show business. Ay, kontrabida, si Cherie Gil yan. How does that, I mean, that is an accomplishment in itself, don't you think?
Yeah, but you get tired of it already. Because at some point you want to kind of meld the real you into what you actually have accomplished. And if only the people could actually begin to see the real me. But again, it's just a role, right? And it's found a niche for me also. If not for that, then maybe work I would have done up until this day would not have been relevant. Kaya lang, there are expectations and there are already certain... There's already a how do you say, a pattern based on the material that's given. So there's so much more to a kontrabida, in fact. Or maybe, I guess, they just zero in using that word because there's that It's the easiest way to explain a black and white scenario in life. There's always the good and the bad. There's God and there's the evil. And so there's the bida and the kontrabida. That's the yin and yang. But beneath the kontrabidas I play, I think most important is to understand that there are more strong women, resilient women, rather than being known as just the antagonist or somebody who's ready to slap anyone's face that passes or pisses her out, right? Or throw a glass of wine in someone's face. I think we have to be beyond that. But again, that's part of the teleserye concept. So we can't live without that either.
Yeah, but talking about, you mentioned it, the strong woman, there aren't many roles like that in Philippine showbiz, yet you get to play all of them.
Well, in television, it's again the same concept. So in the sense that I love what I do, I'm not complaining. I find other ways to get involved with other forms of performing, like in theater, where parts for women have been written that are more of a substantial and more expounded in its entirety as what a woman should really stand for or become or can become.
You've definitely carved out a niche in your career. Let's talk about the defining moments in your career in film, television, and theater. Let's talk about the differences in your art when you cross over to theater.
When I cross over to theater, it really brings out the best in me because working along with great working actors who are willing to work as well challenges you to put your best foot forward. And it's a whole process of developing the character and the analyzing and dissecting the human condition of the material at the same time of every character written. And then here's this exchange of inhale, exhale, and generosity that you give, that you receive from your character. So it's a whole different breath of life, and I really feel alive. And so jumping from theater to television brings about a major shift in the mindset, because then it's a whole different system. You're hanging out in the set a lot. People are more on their own. They're waiting for their turn. You go in already, take na, and you're in the set for a minute, and you're done, and you're back into your bonbon or your whatever, doing whatever, and it's all fun at the same time because you're really dealing also with co-actors in a fun way. You get to know them. But theater as an actor to me is my most favorite medium.
Kausap pa rin natin si Cherie Gil dito sa Kababayan Today. Don't go away, we'll be right back.